What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, so that means it's time for the Yay or Nay series, although today is going to be somewhat different. It's still the Yay or Nay series, the updated stats, but after the stats, I'm just going to kind of talk about the series a little bit, because there's something that I think I need to kind of make a little bit clear about the series, so we'll get to that in a second. But no new character today, just the updated stats and then a discussion on the series. So let's get to the stats, because that's the important part. So the top 6 characters are here, and by the way, we got 3 brand new characters debuting for the stats. So characters 1 through 6, as you can see, one of the first 3 characters is actually debuting very well. In third place, we have the Powerpuff Girls. They did phenomenal. 101 total votes, 97 yays, only 4 nays, meaning 96.03% of people prefer them to, well, not wanting them on their roster. So that's pretty dang good, but overall, Daffy Duck's still number 1, Wile E. Coyote still number 2 most wanted for the series. Then we got Raven in 4th, Ben 10 in 5th, and Samurai Jack in 6th place. Let's see, it looks like Raven and Daffy Duck did drop a little bit percentage-wise. The other 3, not counting Powerpuff Girls because they're debuting, but the other 3 did rise slightly in percentage, so pretty good for them. But yeah, overall, not much changed besides, you know, the Powerpuff Girls debuting in number 3. That means it's time for 7 through 12, the next batch of characters, and we got Fred Flintstone, Darkseid, Mordecai and Rigby, the Animaniacs, Spear and Fang, and the Ice King. Those are your top 12 so far. So it looks like there's a couple, about half of these characters on this slide that definitely fell down percentage-wise. Darkseid was the big faller. Last time that we had the stats, he was actually number 3 overall, but he dropped 2.33%. He had what, I think, was it 1 nay or 1 yay and 2 nays? Like he fell, or maybe 2 yays and 1 nay. Either way, he fell percentage-wise pretty hardcore. He fell 5 spots, but Fred Flintstone in 7th, looking pretty good, went up percentage-wise. But then Mordecai and Rigby in 9th, they fell 0.62%. Right behind them, the Animaniacs in 10th place, who fell a little bit as well. They fell 0.43%. And then we got Spear and Fang in 11th, and Ice King in 12th. So pretty good top 12 so far. That means 13 through 18 coming up. And Grimm is kicking things off at number 13 with Godzilla right behind him. Johnny Bravo in 15th. Robin in 16th. The Mask in 17th. And the Joker in 18th place. So, yeah, 2 characters dropped percentage-wise. Godzilla fell a little bit. He fell 0.39%. And then The Mask also fell percentage-wise. He fell 0.53%, but the others all rose, so that's pretty cool. That's kind of cool. I'm a fan of Grimm, so it's kind of cool to see him in 13th. Technically, for this series, he is the 13th most requested character, percentage-wise. We got the numbers to back it up, so it's kind of cool. But then Godzilla, like we said, fell a little bit. Johnny Bravo moving up. Robin moving up a little bit. The Mask fell. And then the Joker rising up a little bit, almost a half a percentage point for him, so yeah, 88.99%. Pretty crazy, but there's your top 18. So 19 through 24 is up next, and we got Yosemite Sam 19, 20, Emmett from the Lego Movie, Muscle Man in 21st, Scorpion 22nd, King Kong in 23rd, Static Shock in 24th. So it looks like the last 3 characters on this slide fell percentage points. Scorpion, King Kong, and Static Shock all fell a little bit, unfortunately, but hey, sometimes it happens. And then Yosemite Sam, funny, Yosemite Sam actually like dropped 1 spot or 2 spots, a couple spots. Actually dropped a couple spots, but his percentage rose. That just means the people in front of him had a better past couple of weeks than he did. But 19th place, 90 total votes, 80 yays, 10 no's, so not bad. Then we got Emmett Muscle Man, 80 total votes, 69, how nice for him, yays, and then 11 no's. But overall, what do you think of the top 24? How about 25 through 30 now? We got KO from OKKO, Scooby-Doo, Ed, and Eddie, Popeye, Maxwell, and Gumball. So looks like, yeah, quite a bit of these. 4 of them had negatives this week. KO fell 0.72%. Scooby-Doo fell 0.36%. Popeye had a big fall. He fell 1.04%. And then Gumball actually fell down very, very slightly with 0.08%. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fall, but it's not really a big one, so not too worrisome. But the other two characters, what was that? Ed, and Eddie, they rose 0.29%, and then Maxwell actually rose half a percentage point, so top 30 so far, looking pretty good. Which brings us to 31 through 36. Black Hat, Mau Mau, Pibby, Pennywise, Vilgax, and Yogi Bear. For the most part, everyone rose in percentage points except for Vilgax, who dropped 1.57%. Yeah, yikes. I think he had, 2 votes, and they were both nays or something like that. So, yeah, people just don't like Vilgax. I guess they just don't like villains, or maybe he's not the villain people are interested in. It's kind of interesting, right? We got Ben 10 at number 5, and then from that exact same show, we got Vilgax, who's in 35th place. Pretty big gap between the two, but I guess that just goes to show how popular Ben 10 is, but maybe not the rest of his show. I don't know. But like I said, the other ones, everyone rose except for Vilgax, so it's pretty good for everyone, but that's your top 36. Next slide is 37 through 42, and there we go. The other 2 debuting characters. Let me know how surprising this is. So we're going to talk Flame Princess first. She's only had 1 week of stats, but she had 76 total votes, 52 yeses, and 14 nos. So she starts off with a 68.42%. It's probably around where I was expecting her. I'll be honest. I was probably, yeah, that's about where I was expecting her. But Goku, maybe this one's more surprising. I don't know. But he had 103 total votes, 68 yeses, but 35 nos. Is that surprising? Who's surprised by this? Let me know. But Goku actually starts off with a 66.01%. And I'll put this another way. We have 46 total characters that we've done so far for the Yay or Nay series. Goku's technically in 5th to last place. And that would be Beavis and Butthead in 43rd place, Walter White in 44th, and then Spinell in 45th, and then Ruby Rose in last place with 46th place. So, I mean, overall, like, this they didn't do bad stat-wise this week. Like Beavis and Butthead, they rose 1.21%, and then you got Walter White, who rose 1.14%. Spinell actually dropped 0.14%, but then Ruby Rose actually rose Ruby Rose rose upwards 1.23%. 46 total characters we've done so far. So that is good. I mean, if you're only here for the stats, I can tell you right now, video's pretty much over, because this is just going to be the part where I'm just going to kind of ramble a little bit about the series, because it's just something I feel like I need to kind of address a little bit. So if you're leaving, adios, peace, thanks for watching. Otherwise, talkie time. All right, so the thing that I wanted to talk about today, and the reason that there isn't a Yay or Nay, a new episode, a new character that we're doing, is because first and foremost, I love that you guys always come back and always continue to give suggestions for the series. I can't continue the series if you guys aren't giving me more ideas. So I love that, and I really hope it continues. Keep giving me ideas. I think I'm going to keep posting polls on the channel every now and then to kind of gauge a little bit of interest one way or another. But yes, I did post a poll the other day, and there was, 5 different options, and I think Green Lantern, I believe, was pretty much winning that poll very, very easily. So I can tell you, next Sunday, Green Lantern will have a Yay or Nay episode. And then, I don't know about after that, maybe another poll, we'll find out. But I want to talk about requests from you guys. I know I say this to pretty much most people when you ask for a character. I can never guarantee that I will get an episode for that character. So the way that I'm going to phrase this is, if person A requests character A, for example, and then person A is the only one to request character A, like nobody else is requesting them, it kind of, like, I see that as there's really no interest for the character, so I kind of associate that with, all right, if only one person is asking for the character, then I guess there's not a lot of interest, so do I really want to make an episode about them? But then at the same time, it's like, if you're coming back all the time, requesting the same character, I kind of want to do it, but, I kind of got to weigh the options. If I got, person 2, 3, and 4, and they're all asking for character B, I have 3 people asking for one character, and then I have just one person asking for one character. So, I gotta find a right balance for it. So yes, I would love to do an episode about every character that you guys request, but I can tell you no guarantees. I can't promise it, but if I can and more people want it, that's fine. I will get to it eventually, but I just wanted to stress that just because a character gets requested doesn't necessarily mean that they will get or will ever get their own individual episode. So it's just something I've been noticing. A couple of people are like, hey, I've been asking for this one character. Why haven't you done an episode about this character? I've got it on Twitter a couple times and in the YouTube comments, and it's like, hey, I never said I can guarantee to do it, so I just wanted to kind of make that a little bit clear. But yeah, either way, kind of going forward, keep coming with the requests, because if you request characters that other people are requesting, that's good. I have a list of people that I want to do for the series, and if more people keep requesting for it, then that character is going to get bumped to the top of the list, and eventually it's going to be a new episode or something. So I can give you a very short list of characters that I think will be somewhat in the future, possibly, more than likely, I think. But Green Lantern, like I said, next Sunday gets his own episode. But a few other characters. I've gotten a few people on Twitter asking for Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, so that might be one. I got people asking about Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, that show, so he might get an episode in the future. Freakazoid, possibly. So there's characters that are on like a short list that have been on the short list for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So long story short, keep the requests coming, but I can't guarantee request if you're the only one requesting a singular character, if that makes sense. But either way, that is probably it for this video. I hope anybody that stuck around for this little rambling bit, thank you. But yeah, either way, that is going to be it for this one. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.